So yesterday, again, the CDC issues guidance saying, wow, you vaccinated folks, you can finally take off your masks inside. And the left is freaking out. I haven't seen PolitiFact or anyone come in and say, hey, what's this thing about aircraft? If we're vaccinated and the vaccine works, then what's the point? The left is losing their mind. So here's a guy, Michael Osterholm, who's had a tough time with the coronavirus, been on the wrong side of a couple things here. Here he is on MSNBC, where they're in love with the police state and the mask fascists out there. They're in love with them, and they're terrified that the CDC has said, finally, correctly so, after months of wavering, that, you know, if you're vaccinated, you probably don't need it. Either, folks, does the vaccine work or not? Whether you take it or not is your bag of donuts. You do you. I am not here to tell you what to do with your body at all. Everybody got that? I want to be absolutely clear on that. But I am here to tell you, if the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, is saying on one hand, the vaccine is very effective, but on the other hand, wear a mask because you're in danger, those two things can't coexist. Again, to MSNBC, I'm going to play Osterholm in a minute, and to the others leftists who are freaking out now that people are, the CDC's recommending they don't need masks anymore. Do you understand how those things can't coexist? Either the vaccine is effective or you're at risk and you need a mask. What is it? There's like a jujitsu going on here. Here's Osterholm on MSNBC, who entirely misses the point that if the CDC's right and the vaccine is effective, you're not at risk. So why do you care what someone else is doing? I'm just asking. Check this out.
The challenge is going to be now we're worried that everyone's going to say, I've been vaccinated, and everyone will drop their mask in. So the next question is going to be is, how are we going to know if people are vaccinated? If you're sitting close to someone at a restaurant or next to them in a theater, how are you going to know that they're not just kind of fibbing a little bit here about whether they're vaccinated or not? And I think that's going to be the really next big question is, do we do these immune passports? Do we, I gave up my eyeballs and my fingerprints to clear so I could get on and off an airplane sooner. Will people do that so that you can feel confident that the person you're sitting next to without a mask is in fact vaccinated?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I got an Easy Pass, too, when I lived in New York because it was more convenient to go through the Easy Pass lane. But I wasn't forced to get an Easy Pass. There's still a cash lane if I don't want to be tracked by Easy Pass. I made that choice, knowing Easy Pass could probably, and probably does, by the way, track people if they're needed, if it's needed for you to be tracked, right? That's not what these people like Osterholm are suggesting. They're suggesting some government-sponsored effort to lock people out of their big R constitutional right to assemble, to move around in public if they make a choice to get a vaccine or to not. Is he missing this? So that's point number one that's beyond ridiculous. He doesn't seem to understand big R God-given rights, Michael Osterholm, which is totally unsurprising. But his second point is totally absurd and defeats the point of a vaccine and the CDC. The CDC is telling, am I missing this? Fellas, am I missing this? Is the CDC not telling everyone to get a vaccine? They are, right? Yeah. I'm not missing this, right?
Yeah, you're cool.
I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
The CDC, get this vaccine. It's super effective. And then this guy goes on TV and MSNBC, Osterholm, Mikey, and he's like, if I'm in a theater and I'm vaccinated, I don't know if the guy next to me really was vaccinated or not. He could be lying. Are we getting this? Are you all picking up what I'm putting down here? Why do you care? Why do you care? If the vaccine works, why do you care if the guy next to you lied about getting the vaccine? The vaccine, you're telling me it works. Why do you care? Guys, am I missing something here? Please, someone help. Is there something? Are we not? If the vaccine works, why do you care if the guy next to you is lying about getting the vaccine? Thank you. from the Geek Owen Peanut Gallery. He's like, this sounds ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I'm a little frustrated today, and my apologies in advance. I don't want to start ranting uncontrollably here. I just don't get. It's like we're living in some bizarre cult right now of stupid, where depending on your politics, the rules of nature change. If you're a Democrat, the vaccine works and you must get it. Also, if you're a Democrat, the vaccine doesn't work because other people might not get vaccinated and give you the virus even though you've been vaccinated. What? Don't. They. Okay. If Barack Obama's the president, don't panic when the deadly SARS virus breaks. Ever. No mask mandates, nothing, because it'll make Obama look bad. Everybody freaking out. But when Trump's president, everybody panic. Wear a mask everywhere. And make sure you instill panic in the media by telling everyone, even people who've been vaccinated, and a vaccine you're swearing works, make sure you tell everyone that they're still at risk from other people who might not get vaccinated. And I'm sure the communists at YouTube. Joe, can you hit the beginning, please, of the Soviet anthem?
Nobody, here we go,
Yeah,
baby.
He's popping with tension. Okay, there we go. So I know ScrewTube and Fakebook will probably ban us from their platforms for daring to ask these questions because they make them uncomfortable because they're logical questions. And logic isn't ScrewTube and Fakebook's thing because they're communists. Here's Nicole Wallace at MSNBC. Again, losing her mind in a typical Nicole Wallace meltdown, one of the 5 dumbest people in the media. Nicole Wallace can't believe it that the CDC would dare say, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask indoors. She's losing her mind over this. Check this out.
I mean, why is it controversial I understand, a right to privacy and a right to freedom, but I don't have a right to go to my workplace unvaccinated. I don't have a right to send my kid to school without testing him to make sure he doesn't become a vector for disease. I mean, has this debate gone too far people, sure, you can do what you want, but it doesn't mean you get to go on with your pre-pandemic life if you're not willing to carry your burden in society.
Nicole Wallace is wondering why people still have rights. Typical. Keep in mind, Nicole Wallace once pretended to be a Republican. And then when she can sell out and go get a job at MSNBC, cash that check, she went over and became a Democrat. Here's some more tweets. Hat tip Tom Elliott. This is a bunch of leftists melting down, responding to the CDC after, again, they said if you get vaccinated, you probably don't have to wear a mask indoors. They're losing their minds. They can't believe it. Here's a guy, Daniel Newman. He's got a blue check mark, so he's definitely smarter than all of us. He says, how stupid. Now literally almost no one will wear a mask again. You can't enforce masks for only some people with the honor system. Why would the CDC put this out before enough people have gotten vaccinated? Daniel Newman, again, doesn't understand logical fallacies because he's probably not that bright. I don't know Daniel, but maybe not that smart. He's an actor. Okay, thank you, Guy. Here's another one. I won't say their names, but here are a bunch of liberals again. He says, so we're just going to use the honor code here? Of course everyone's going to say they're vaccinated. Dude, do you believe the vaccine works or not? If it works, why do you care? The only honor system, if you are a pro-vaccine dude and you're like, this vaccine is the greatest thing ever, right? That's your opinion and it works so good. The only honor system that matters to you then is that you got it, right? Works, other people can't affect me. Why does it matter what other people do? Here's another one. Another tweet from another genius responding to the CDC. Sorry, but no. Too many people have not been fully vaccinated and post 2 weeks are still running around like fools. We're all fools. Here's another one. This is the last one, right? I always lose count. Here's another one. Honestly, I think we should keep everything locked down as tightly as possible until it's completely gone. Apparently unfamiliar with the fact that no virus on planet Earth is completely gone ever. She says, every time the risk level in my area has gone down, people have just started acting like everything is over, and the risk shoots way back up. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the geniuses we're dealing with on the left right now. Where's PolitiFact? Is PolitiFact going to help us here? Please? Of course not. Because PolitiFact's a joke. It's a scam. It's always been a scam, and only idiots fall for it.